Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a day in the life of an anesthesiologist. Please enjoy. Do me a favor. It's 9:17. I spent the entire day recording. If you can, like, share, and please leave a comment.
Good morning, you guys. It's 6:45 in the morning, or 6:40 actually in the morning. Just leaving to get to work. I have, well, first of all, thank you guys for joining me. Let me turn that off. Thank you guys for joining me for a day in the life of an anesthesiologist. Today is going to be a little bit of a longer day, but I'll show you some of the stuff along the way, show you what a typical day in the life is like. This week has been absolutely exhausting. I think I've worked close to 60 hours, if you can believe it. And, you know, they don't say it, but they kind of expect it when you become a physician, when you become a doctor, that you work and you work and you work. And sometimes it makes you question, you know, how much is enough? So this week I've been going through the throes. My son is also sick, so that doesn't help. He's been sleeping in our bed every single night this week. He's got that cough, you know, the one that doesn't have a fever, that doesn't cause, it's like a dry cough. So he's got that going on. So that adds a little bit to the exhaustion for day to day. I really wanted to expand this channel, and I really want to be able to have long format content and conversations. So if you guys have questions, if you want to see parts of my life, if you want to see what I do day to day, or what I do on the weekends, whatever it is, feel free to always leave a comment. And I usually respond to the YouTube comments because I don't get a lot of them, so I try my best to respond to as many as I can. I've been doing this a long time. I've got a lot of opinions. I pride myself in being able to kind of cut through a lot of the PR, the marketing when it comes to medicine, marketing when it comes to anything, and the spins that people, institutions, companies put on things, and whether or not it's true or it's just trying to sell you something. So that's what I pride myself on. For anybody new here, you can go through my previous videos, go through my shorts, other social media. I usually try to call out BS when I see it. It's a little different than most medical practitioners because you're told not to really rock the boat. It's my first time recording in the morning too. It is. You might be wondering why I have 3 layers on in Los Angeles. Well, it's actually not that cold outside. It's about 60, 65 degrees, but it's quite cold in the operating rooms, and that's a topic of another discussion. But essentially, the operating rooms are kept at the temperature of a refrigerator in order to decrease bacterial spread. Also, because the surgeons and the scrub techs, they all wear 3 or 4 garments when they do surgery. So sometimes they're wearing lead to protect themselves from radiation. Sometimes they're wearing other garments, and then they wear their scrub gowns, so, and the gloves and the hats and the masks. So those guys are always warm, but us on the other side of the curtain, we're freezing. You know, some of us in medicine tend to jump into addictive personalities, and it seems to be a common theme when you're a physician or somebody in the medical field, and it usually has to do with stress and anxiety. The amount of stress that you are under every single day. Like, let's say for this week, I've worked almost 65 hours, and of those 65 hours, probably 55 of them have been taking care of patients in life-threatening situations. And typically in any other job that's out there, you don't have people's lives in your hands, plus this many demanding hours. So I have a theory that most medical professionals are more susceptible to, let's say, addictive personalities, whether it's smoking, drinking, illicit medications, because of the stress that you're under 24/7, you know? And I don't think a lot of folks appreciate that because they don't have the same intensity of day in, day out, life-threatening situations, stresses, that kind of thing. So I think it's important to shed some light on that topic. Also, I'll also be talking about all sorts of different things as well, so stay tuned. So typically in an academic anesthesia setting, you get a morning break for about 15 minutes during a case in order to get some coffee. Then you get an afternoon lunch break, usually around 12 o'clock, where you get to eat something. And usually on the East Coast and Midwest, you get an afternoon break too. Here on the West Coast, since the majority are private practices and they're run a little bit differently, you don't get more afternoon breaks, which is sad, but you know, West Coast living. I wanted to share while we're sitting here about my day. So doing back surgeries all day. Those are usually very intense setups. They require a lot of different medications during the procedure in order to monitor your nerves, in order to monitor your spinal cord, your brain, all those kind of things. The anesthesia is very specific and particular as compared to other general anesthetics for like your knee or your shoulder, which are more routine. But when it comes to your back, it's a lot more involved. Luckily for me, my diet, and I'm sure you guys are very concerned or interested in my diet because I have lost a lot of weight. If you want to check out my social medias, you'll see I've lost a decent amount of weight in the past year by changing my diet. So typically in the mornings I have an energy drink, which I don't recommend anybody else doing because energy drinks every day are bad for your heart. But I do have an energy drink every morning because of my crazy lifestyle. I also, for lunch, I drink coffee and just water, along with sometimes electrolyte solutions because caffeine itself does deplete your body of electrolytes. So I do get some sort of electrolytes for lunch, or usually toward the end of the day because I don't have time really to go to the bathroom during surgery. I'm pretty dehydrated, which is probably not healthy in the long run for myself. So during the day, I don't really drink a lot of fluids because, you know, going to the bathroom while someone is under anesthesia is a little bit hard. My typical diet, back to what my typical diet is. I have breakfast, which is an energy drink, then I have lunch, which is a coffee, and usually a sports drink with some electrolytes, and then dinner is my big meal after I work out. So back outside, just finished the first case, trying to catch the last rays of sunshine as they're settling out. I'd like to say that, you know, anesthesia is quite demanding. It's not as simple as we make it look. You got to be on all the time. That's the hardest part about anesthesia. You can't really take a break. Aside from the time that somebody comes and gives you a break in the operating room, most of the time you have to be focused on your patient, the surgery, on the surgeon, on the staff, on the vital signs, on the oxygenation, the blood pressure. So you're constantly adjusting, constantly messing, constantly fixing problems, putting out fires. And it's taxing. It's not easy, but you know, you get paid well to do it, but it's a mentally taxing field. Although I love it because, you know, there's no other field where every single day you get to make an impact in someone's life and you get to save someone's life and you get to control all the different aspects of being alive for a patient every single day and get them through the worst day of their life because nobody comes to the hospital unless you're getting breast implant and is like, this is the best day of my life. So I love it. It's exhausting, but, you know, stick with me and see what happens the rest of the day. Sometimes I do wish that, you know, we could have normal 7 to 3 job and weekends off, no such thing as call. Would be nice. All right, guys, what time is it? 6:30. So we did about 12 hours. 12 hours. We got here at 6:30. 12 hours today, not an overnight call. Absolutely exhausting, but you know, it's worth it. It is tiring though, I'll be honest with you, it is tiring some days. This week has been a grind. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in for my day as an anesthesiologist. Please, in the comments, if you can. It's not easy for me. I'm a full-time, as you know, full-time parent and all that kind of stuff. So I try to make these videos in the spare time that I have. So if you can, do me a favor, like and share this, and also comment as to what kind of things you want to see. I like this form of content because I can kind of express, you know, the inner workings of what it's like to be an anesthesiologist, what it's like to work every day as an anesthesiologist, why I have these gray hairs that I do. So thinking about getting a haircut also. So what do you think? Should I get rid of the man bun or no? I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for watching that video. It was absolutely crazy day. 2 surgeries, a lot of different procedures, some anxiety moments. I appreciate you following me. Do me a favor, leave me a comment. Tell me what other type of vlogs you would like to see. If you want to see family content, I would love to do it, but I need a little bit more support on YouTube or else it probably won't be worth my time. So if you can, please comment below and let me know, and hit the little bell icon at the top right if you can. Get the notifications. I'm not big on YouTube, but I really want to be, and I really want to be able to share my experiences with you as a physician, as a dual physician family with a wonderful toddler. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.